What I love about doing hair, I love the craft of hair, but I love the people. I love meeting new people, and I think the relationships that you build with your clients it's just amazing. Freedom.
Yeah. Flexibility.
Yeah.
Get to go on vacation when I want to
Yes.
go. Yeah.
You know, it's amazing when you have, especially when you have a young family. I have 3 really young daughters, and it's amazing what I can do with my schedule. I can mark out time during my day if I have to run and pick up a child from preschool, or I can mark out my books if I want to go to a concert, that they're having at school. So it's just been really nice. It's been flexible, and there's just a ton of freedom.
I like that you can come in whenever you want. You're your own
Yes.
boss. If you want to come in early because you want to leave early, you can, and it's great, and clients love to accommodate your schedule. I had been doing hair for 6 years at a few different salons, and I just felt like I was missing out on a lot of my life. So I could do hair on Saturdays and every, nights and weekends, and I just wanted to be present more with my family and like little family things like a retirement party or something. Like I can work a half day and it's so flexible. I just felt like I was missing out on so much of my life to work, so that was my biggest motivator.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make more money doing half the people,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I was in my previous salon, I was there for 9 years, and I always thought that I was going to be in a big salon because I love energy. I love people. They fuel me. I get really excited about that. But my mom, she did hair for years in our basement downstairs. And after 9 years of being in the big salon, I just had this thought, like, what if I did my own thing? And so I prayed about it, and I was led out of the salon and into being a new business owner. Are my clients going to follow me, or are they going to stay in the big salon? Like, my fear was, do my clients like me, or do they like coming to the salon? And
They love you.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
They love you.
So yeah, that's what my biggest fear was, I would say.
I suppose my fear would have been the same thing, like, are they gonna keep coming?
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I said, I think that's the point when you realize that they're in it for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a relationship, and it's
Yeah.
more than just having their hair
Right.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know things about their life that nobody else
Yes.
does, and we can write a book
Yes.
someday, but
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
love supporting small business.
Yeah,
They are for you, and they are cheering you on.
And so, I mean, that fear factor, I think for people, and maybe younger than we are, is they're just getting started and they're just growing and they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think, if they got to talk to some of us that have had this experience and have been through there, we can talk them off that cliff and
Right. Yeah.
piece it out for them, because it's really not that scary. It
Right.
really isn't.
Right.
It's that fear of the unknown, but being in this setting, I think there's so much support and so much potential for growing, and what the Salons by JC does with education and marketing is huge. It's
Yeah.
invaluable.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps take that fear factor away.
I would say when I left my old salon, I'd only been there not even 3 years, and I had worked somewhere else for 3 years, and I'd already rebuilt my clientele 2 times from nothing, and I was like, you know what, I really hope my clients follow me, but if they don't, I'll just build off of the ones that follow me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have a lot of days where I have no clients that I even did at the old salon, because I have a whole new clientele
Yes.
that loves me, supports me, like has been there since I've had my 2 babies. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a great friendship you have with
Yeah.
them, and I love my clients more than ever.
Yeah.
Well, and I think asking your existing clients, if you're trying to build a business is ask them, look, I'm trying to grow my business. If, you're happy,
Yeah.
and, could you send me,
Yeah.
send me some referrals? Everybody, you're getting compliments on your hair all day long.
Yeah.
Just, give them my card.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
And I think they appreciate, like you said, the small business, and they want to help all of us grow, because it's all about that relationship.
Right.
And if you want, you can even do an incentive, like if you're give somebody $10 off or 10% off their service. People love deals, and so if they're like, oh, like I give $10 off to my client that refers somebody in, to each of them, to the client that comes in and my existing client, they each get $10 off, and it's kind of a good way to get their foot in the door, and then just to reward your current clients for being loyal clients. I love giving them deals instead of constantly trying to bring in new people. I love rewarding my clients that have been so loyal to me for years.
I guess I retain my clients by email and a ton of social media. And
Social media is huge.
it is so amazing, and it's free. Social media is free, and I had gotten my clients' email addresses, and I shot them out an email, and I do periodically as well if I have an announcement, or I've been on maternity leave 3 times now, so it's a great way to communicate. And just putting something on Facebook, like an announcement or something, and it's surprising how many people comment on it and are excited for you, and word by mouth too is huge.
They can just Google you too these
Yeah.
days, which is
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yeah.
If you Google somebody, a lot of times their Facebook pops up, Instagram, like
Yeah.
all of that. And so
Yeah.
if you just have your information on your Instagram page, and it's a really awesome resource. The nice thing about having an Instagram page with your own looks too is, like, we all know with Pinterest, like, things are sometimes impossible to recreate, but they're great to have inspiration looks.
Yeah.
But just having your own work, and like I have people all the time bring in art, like, well, it's on their phone, they show me the picture on their phone from my own Instagram, like, I love this look, and so it's so much more realistic for clients to pick from your own work.
Cool.
It's
That's
cool.
neat.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I can handle that.
Yeah.
I already did it once.
Yeah.
Put your Instagram on your mirror, and then while your client's in your chair, have them add you on Instagram and just like and comment on some of your pictures. It's a really great way to build your business, and just to make sure they're following you. And a lot of times I put pictures of their hair on my Instagram, so they want to see that too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I love taking before and after pictures because they see what before they know, but the after, but seeing that together is like, wow, that's really
so fun.
different.
Yes.
Versus because they're already getting used to their new look, so they
Yes.
don't realize the transformation that's happened. So
Yeah.
I like to send pictures to my clients too.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
And then I do like to follow up with them, like, hey, did you try this today, or did you remember to do that?
Yeah.
And just checking in with them. That product you used, is it working for you? If it's not, I like to get them in right away and try and tweak that a little bit so that they feel successful at what they're doing.
That's another thing I love about just having that open communication with your clients, because sometimes, to retain your clients, you need that communication afterwards. Like, say you have a client who it was a new person, and you weren't like crazy over how their color took or something, because it's either your first time doing their hair, and then instead of just being like, well, I lost that client, because that happens sometimes, you could like follow up and be like, hey, I really thought your highlights would get a little bit brighter. I would love to just give you a complimentary partial foil just to like make myself feel better about it. I just like having that open line of communication after the fact, because then it shows them you actually do care about them and like how they love their hair and their whole experience.
Well, and I've always asked my clients, or I'll tell them before they leave, especially if it's like you've done something different to them. If this just doesn't feel right for you, or when you're styling your hair, it's not working right for you, please, please, please text me,
Absolutely,
call me. I can't read your mind, and then I always say, and you probably don't want me to read your mind. So, but we won't know unless they follow up.
Right,
So
it's
I'm
true.
like, you know what? It's not taken in a negative way. It's just I can't do my job if you don't communicate back to me if something's worked or not.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. And
Yeah,
then they
it's
come
not
back
scary.
and you're happy to do something.
Right, and half the time it's something so small, but they're embarrassed to ask you to like bring up their layers, or it's just something so minimal, and you're like, I would love to. I want you to love your hair.
Yeah.